This is the Unscripted Climb, the podcast where business owners talk about stuff that doesn't make it to motivational speeches. I'm Chris Beecham, founder of Perch Merch, where we put your logo on things people might actually keep. I co-host this with Natalie Micale, founder of Oh Hello Agency. She makes brands look like they have their act together. If you want a free merch or brand audit, we do that too. No pressure. Just don't blame us if we're honest. Go to theunscriptedclimb.com. Let's get going. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Unscripted Climb mini episode version. So today we're just going to get right into it.
Let's do it.
So we're going to start with our very first marketing tip, which is just what is a brand and why do you need one?
Yeah, and I don't even know if this is more of a marketing tip. It's more of just a life tip. Like everybody is a brand. A person is a brand, personal brand. A company is a brand. Anything that you love, you probably love it because it's a brand. And a brand is really a collection of values, belief systems, visual identities that spell out to the end user that they align with that company or person. And you've seen great brands over the last 25 years do amazing things because their product may not be exciting, but the brand is. I'm going to give you a great example.
Okay.
Water. Okay. I just want everybody to know that the brand that is selling Smart Water or Fiji Water, it's all just water.
Yeah.
Can you name that brand that just came out with the long cans? The water brand. It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, Liquid Death. Thank you. Liquid Death. It was on the top of my tongue. So let's talk about it. So branding, right? Why do you need one? We've kind of identified what it is. It's belief systems. It's visual identities. It is value systems, right? It is an arbitrary concept that is made tangible by what you do with it.
So it's not just a logo.
It's not just a logo, and It's not just a name. And a lot of people think, oh, I need a brand, I need a logo, and I need a name. But it is a full 360-degree process of thinking about how that brand is emphasized and communicated in every single way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So say like Perch Merch, we're coming to you right now.
We're working on your brand.
Yes. So how do you decide the brand? I know how you did it, but tell them if I'm just hearing this and I say, okay, yeah, fine, I need a brand. Now what? Yeah.
So I want to take a step back and say, why do you need one? And you need one to differentiate yourself from your competitors,
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
I'm not getting political because I agree with or disagree with the election results, but I do believe in one thing, which is Donald Trump won because he has a stronger brand. And if anyone wants to disagree with me, that's fine, but it's the truth, okay? Mm-hmm. And I think that what's really important to note about really great branding and why you need it is because it's bold and it's memorable. That's why you need it. Now, how do you do that? You have to do the back-end strategy and positioning work to identify what does our company care about and what are we willing to take a stand on? And then how do we articulate that to our customers or our clients visually and with messaging?
Okay.
How's that make you feel when you hear that?
It makes me insightful, actually. Like, I'm thinking about it right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I was like, okay, well, crap, I could go so many different directions.
So many different directions. But one thing that you told me that made me think about how to build your brand in a very friendly, but also let's get weird and witty way is that you become really good friends with all of your customers and your clients. Like they become your friends. They become people that you'd like hang out with and grab a beer with. And that's because you're a very honest person, and so is Mo, your head of business development. So when we think about building your brand, it's got to be built on a value of we're going to be blunt with you and tell you if your idea is stupid. If you don't like that, you're not for us.
Yeah,
that's a bold idea.
But I loved it because I can be myself.
And I love it too.
So
and
that's
it should push people away. It should push some people away.
Yes.
But it should bring your target audience in. It should bring the people that absolutely believe in that philosophy in. And then you connect with them deeper and they tell more people because you're taking a stance. What a great brand does is it takes a stance.
Yeah, they pick their clients.
Yeah.
Not their clients pick them.
Correct. And
which is everybody's goal. It's just really hard to do, especially at the beginning when somebody... I mean, there's been many a times where I've had a potentially big client that I knew we didn't vibe. I knew things could go wrong, but it was money. And every single time I get burned. I don't regret that decision, but
it's really hard when you put aside you know how this feels when you put aside your values and your belief system and you work with somebody who has completely different values and belief systems as a founder, right? So we are both entrepreneurs. And as founders, when you do that, when you work with somebody who has completely different beliefs and values and systems, founders are usually the leaders of their brand and they are the stewards of the brand. So you can intrinsically feel that it's not aligned. So when you build a brand, you got to think about, what am I as a founder aligned with? What do I want my culture to be aligned with? And what bold decisions do we want to make? And who are we for? And do that research and then build a visual identity and a brand experience that communicates that so well.
But then you stick out, because if you just do what everybody else does and just says, yeah, I just want to be known as professional and reliable and all that, but that's what every single
blue collar company says
out.
that.
Yes.
Every single blue collar company. We have integrity. We are reliable. We are trustworthy. So here's a good way to think about brand strategy. We're going to get into more of this in the next episode. If the opposite of your strategy is stupid or dumb, it is not a strategy. So would you ever work with somebody who's unreliable?
Well, I would try not to.
Would you ever work with somebody who's not trustworthy?
No.
Would you ever work with somebody who, essentially you didn't believe could get the job done?
No.
Okay, then why are people thinking they should build their brands and their companies around things that are, you have to have those things to even get into the market? The playing field is, you got to be a good person, you got to have character, you got to have integrity, or people just won't work with you. So stop saying your core values are integrity and reliability, because if the opposite of that is dumb, then you're not making bold enough decisions to stand out in the market. And I think that's where we ended.
Got it. Perfect. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Unscripted Climb. Please hit that like, follow, subscribe button on whatever platform you're listening to. And shoot over to our website at theunscriptedclimb.com to learn more about Perch Merch and Oh Hello Agency. You can also apply to be a guest, and our email addresses are on there as well. So hit us up. Thanks, everybody.